The following broadcast is a copyrighted production of 412 Communications. Any non-personal retransmission of this broadcast without the express written consent of 412 Communications is hereby prohibited.
Welcome into Fred Rust Arena. Welcome to the Delaware Hockey Network on the 412. The Syracuse Orange and the Delaware Blue Hens in an ACHA Men's Division I ESCHL Conference matchup. And we're delighted to have all of you here as we kick off Alumni Weekend 2025 from Fred Rust Arena. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box, the radio voice of Delaware Blue Hens Men's Division I hockey. Kat Henready will be joining us after the opening puck drop. Part of the 412 team this weekend. Glad to have Kat with us. We'll chat a little bit more, but right now, the Limestone Pension Associates pregame report awaits. And Delaware, after dropping a pair to Stony Brook last weekend, coming back to home ice. And they'll have to go without Dominic Guido, sidelined with an upper body injury tonight. So Coach Todd Mittelmeyer having to shuffle the lines a bit. And we'll see the second line of Luke Doshin, Andrew Lowe, and Tommy Tracy getting the start for the Blue Hens. Of course, Guelph, Rodriguez, and Mahoney, the high power line for the Blue Hens, combining for 50 goals this year. Top D pair of Donor and Burt getting the start. Jacob Snellenberg, as per usual, getting the nod between the pipes. 8-4-1 on the year with a .317 goals against average and an .890 save percentage. Third look at the Syracuse Orange for the Blue Hens this year. First look for us at Fred Rust Arena. First look for us on the 412. They are an even 500 coming into this game. 11-11-2 under the leadership of Coach Chris Timmons. Chris Spano gets the call between the pipes with a 3-5-1 record, a .391 goals against average, and a save percentage of .867 on the year. Top forward line, Brendan Duffy, Brock Alvers, and Sam Hutchinson will handle starting duties. Jack Wren, the point leader for this team with 8 goals and 11 assists in 21 games played. We'll see Jake Brown and Connor Chesner getting the start defensively. Connor Chesner leading defenseman on the Orange team with 5 goals and 5 assists in 24 games played. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. And the Delaware Hockey Network is brought to you all season long by our presenting partner, the Law Office of Heather A. Long. We're going to take a timeout here on the Delaware Hockey Network. When we come back, we'll head inside the glass for the Limestone Pension Associates opening introductions. Blue Hens Orange coming up next on the Delaware Hockey Network on the 412, and it's all brought to you by the Law Office of Heather A. Long.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the Law Office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the Law Office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an
Jacob Snellenberg getting set to backstop the Blue Hens before a home crowd, 8-4-1 on the year with a 317 goals against average and an 890 save percentage. And we're going to head inside the glass right now for the Limestone Pension Associates starting lineups. Hockey fans, good evening and welcome to Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Tonight, the American Collegiate Hockey Association and the Eastern States Collegiate Hockey League present a men's Division I regular season game between the visiting Syracuse University Orange and your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For the Syracuse Orange, coached by Chris Timmons. Starting in goal, number 31, Chris Spano. On defense, number 14, Jake Brown. And number 23, Connor Chesner. At left wing, number 15, Brock Alvers. At right wing, number 7, Brendan Duffy. And starting at center, number 26, Sam Hutchinson. And now let's meet the starting six for your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Starting in goal, a senior from Meadowbrook, Pennsylvania, number 35, Jacob Snellenberg. At left wing, a senior from Parker, Colorado, number 15, Luke Doshin. At right wing, a sophomore from Caldwell, New Jersey, number 17, Andrew Lowe. At center, a sophomore from Mount Airy, Maryland, number 28, Tommy Tracy. On defense, a freshman from Denver, Pennsylvania, number 24, Brady Burke. And a senior from Hershey, Pennsylvania, your captain, number 18, Riley Toner. Your Blue Hens are coached by Todd Middlemeyer, Jason Bain, Jarek Sterin, and Mark Zezut, assisted by student manager Anthony Mazzio. The on-ice officials for this evening's game, as appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association, are referees Ian DeLong and Dalton Tice, and linesmen Josh Kurtz and James Mandel. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located directly above center ice as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. The lights come back on. Teams making their final preparations. Hens in their home whites. Traveling left to right in their home whites. Blue helmets, blue pants, blue numbers, blue sleeves. Syracuse in their away orange kits. Moving from right to left. From our perspective. Ready to go for Friday night hockey in the first state. James Witherite from the 412 Communications press box, joined by Kat Henready tonight. Kat, great to have you on board with us here on the 412.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
James Mandel drops the puck on period number 1. Off we go from Fred Rust Arena. Burke drives the puck in deep. Chesner steadies behind the Syracuse goal. He takes a hit. Duffy leaves this ahead, and racing up the middle comes Sam Hutchinson. But Burke protects at the Delaware blue line. He is guilty of an icing just 18 seconds in. Hens trying to generate a fast break to start this game, but Syracuse countering well, and now they've got the benefit of an attacking zone faceoff. Hutchinson in for the draw. Top line staying on for both sides. It will be Tommy Tracy in the circle for the Blue Hens. To the right of Jacob Snellenberg, who came into this game with an 8-4-1 record at a .317 goals against average. The Coloradan Luke Doshin recovering for the Hens. He gives way just 10 feet over the line. The other 15, Brock Alvers, threw the puck in from distance, steadied by Snellenberg. Here come the Hens again. Doshin tied up at center by Duffy. Puck trails into the Syracuse end, where Von Tersch leaves it across near side to Hutchinson. Again, stripped of the puck, Danny Berg taking it away. Mahoney to Lowe, back the other way. 3-on-3 counterattack for the Hens. Lowe tried to set up Mahoney on the doorstep, but the puck sailed right past him, and Straubinger, circling behind the cage back near side, is stripped of the puck by Ryan Thomas directly behind the Syracuse goal. Rodriguez protecting at the base of the Syracuse bench. Dumps this in low. Thomas backhands it away from the path of Justin Guelph. Mahoney offering good support. Leaves this to Guelph again. Berg and Straubinger up high. Berg holding the left point, launches the puck off the backboards. Rodriguez couldn't get to it. Von Tersch takes it away, but again he fails to clear. Berg weathers a high hit from Gargarevich. This taken away and advanced by Alvers up the middle. He tried to split defenders just above the blue line, but under two-ply pressure he's forced to dump the puck in, and the Orange change 100 seconds into the first period. So a bit of a lengthy feeling out period here, Kat, having seen the Hens from the radio press box here at Fred Rust Arena all season. keys of the game, especially finding themselves pinned in their zone. How do you see this unfolding? What do they need to do?
I mean, if I know UD hockey, I think that they need to come out here in the first period strong, high momentum. I mean, just from the first few plays, I could tell that Syracuse is putting in a lot of pressure. Their defense trying to cut it off at the blue line. I think UD just needs to play smart, play their game, and try to, get as many pucks on net as they can in this first period.
Zone entries, second chance opportunities. That's what's going to win this game. We've talked about it all season here on the DHN. Games are won and lost from inside that 12-foot radius of the cage.
100%
and the Hens
agree.
need to do a better job of capitalizing in close than they have in the past.
Could not agree more with you, James.
Sean Caddo advances the puck to Cook. The centering pass to Emery over center. Off its line, DeBolt tried to shoot from just above the near corner boards. He was offline on that attempt. Smith hustling back to center. Gives way, and Gaffney comes barreling back into the Delaware zone for the Orange. Centering pass intercepted by Chance DeBolt. DeBolt pulls back deep into his own zone. We are 3 minutes into the proceedings from Fred Rust Arena. We have yet to see a shot on goal. LM Ruel tips the puck towards center. He tried to connect with Diaz. Diaz takes it away from Gaffney. He leaves it back to Brady Burke just inside the Delaware line. Hens trying to get a more concerted attack together. They evade the icing here. Ruel couldn't chase down the puck. Muley was there as well. But back come the Orange the other direction. The advancing pass from Cook to Gaffney. Saw Gaffney outnumbered just above the Delaware blue line. Hens doing well to keep play in the neutral zone while the zone entries haven't been there yet. Granted, we're only not even 4 minutes in. While the zone entries haven't been there yet for the Delaware Blue Hens, they've been doing a good job of minimizing the chances that Syracuse has against them there. Danny Berg with another great stop, just 15 feet inside the Syracuse blue line, directing play back into the orange zone. Just past the 4-minute juncture of period number 1. Contested puck walked by Sam Hutchinson toward the Delaware line. Former Team Marylander Noah Goose in his first year for the Hens. Keeping play on the neutral zone here, launching this deep into Syracuse territory beyond the reach of Von Tersch. It caroms to the far side. Thomas with a cross-ice pass that Alvers overskated. In comes Andrew Lowe, but he's outnumbered on his way in toward the Syracuse cage. Lowe circles, shoots, he gets one on net. First save of the game for Chris Spano, coming 4.5 minutes into the first period. Lengthy feeling out period between these two teams as they both try to establish momentum. Hens struggling of their own volition to generate chances. The Orange, meanwhile, stood up at the Delaware blue line. We've seen solid back check, solid defensive play from both sides.
I mean, what I really love about this UD team is how dynamic they are. But right now what we need to see is, you're right, zone entries. And not only that, but we need to see them strong on the forecheck to continue generating those plays. With only 5 minutes in this period, we have yet to see a shot on goal. And I'm hoping that going forward, UD can really pick up those pieces and continue to try and generate some goals in this period.
Guelph working the perimeter. Oh, just held the, no! Josh Kurtz said that puck came out. So the Hens have to reset, and they're led back in by Tanner Mahoney up the right side. He tried to split defenders, but was slowed up by Eli Pendergrass at the near dot. Gargarevich hurrying the other way. Rodriguez trailed him and disrupted him mid-zone. Here comes Guelph, storming up the middle. Lost the puck in the high slot. Jake Brown takes it away. Headman pass to Gargarevich. Stood up once again at the Delaware blue line. Danny Berg having himself a solid first 5.5 minutes of this contest. He's made 3 key stops at the blue line for the Hens. Brown throws one in from distance. Stick saved by Snellenberg. The first action he's faced so far tonight. Berg controls the rebound in the far corner. This cycled to Smith. Here's a 2-on-1. Berg and DeBolt. DeBolt shot! Save made by Chris Spano. And we've got a pause in play. And we've got some extracurriculars after the whistle. As we come back to the 4-1-2 Communications Instant Replay. And we're going to take another look at that save right now as we've got it keyed up for you. 2-on-1 for the Blue Hens. Berg and DeBolt working in together. Solid chance from DeBolt. Berg couldn't reel in the rebound to gather that puck in for a secondary shot after Spano made the initial save. Best chance in this young game for the Blue Hens. But Spano with the last word.
I mean, that was just a beautiful connection there by DeBolt and Berg there. It's a shame that Berg couldn't catch that rebound on the other side, but I hope that we could see more plays like that because, I mean, that just goes to show the amazing connection that these players have and the true talent that they, have on the ice to create those opportunities.
Grit and grind line on for the Hens. Muley, Ruel, and Early. Early driving the puck off the face-off win back into the Syracuse zone. The Quebecois Louis-Mathieu Ruel holding the line. Muley tied up by the other 13, Jack Wren, in the near corner of the Syracuse zone. We're 6.5 minutes in from Fred Rust Arena, and there is no score. Noah Goose launches the puck in from distance. This held for the stop by Spano. 6:42 into the first. Face-off coming near side. Early could not get past Aiden Emery, taking the draw for Syracuse, but Ruel holding his ground despite Rugg trying to angle him to the far side. Attempted to throw one in on net. Ultimately didn't have the angle he needed. And the Orange push the Blue Hens all the way back into their own end. Donor behind his cage. Walks up the left dots. Advancing pass. Paddled by Lowe into the far corner. Doshin and Rugg in a foot race for the vulcanized rubber, which rolls to the near corner of the Syracuse zone. Doshin leads Tracy with a shot from 30. That clears the crossbar, ricochets off the backboards, and Strawbinger hustles back to his own blue line to reestablish forward momentum for the Blue Hens at the 7.5 minute mark of the first period from Fred Rust Arena. Brown pokes this up the near side. Low walks the line, shoots, didn't have the angle. Doshin controls the rebound off the frame of the cage. Doshin looking for a place to happen. Sets up at the left point, Shane Strawbinger with a wide shot. Berg back to his own line, recovers. Advancing pass to Lowe. Shot blocked by Brown, top of the near circle. Puck skitters back to center, and Berg leaves it back to Noah Goose once again. Just past 8 minutes gone of the first period. Doshin looked to redirect the puck into the Syracuse zone. While the Hens were unable to make anything happen there, they'll get an opportunity on the first Delaware Sports Medicine power play of the night as Jake Brown is ruled off for a hit from behind. First Delaware Sports Medicine power play coming the Hens' way. Learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's offerings for athletes of all ages and abilities to promote health and wellness. Visit desportsmed.com. The Syracuse penalty was assessed to number 14, Jake Brown. 2 minutes for checking from behind. Time of the penalty, 8 minutes, 16 seconds in the first period. Brown, 2 for checking from behind at 8:16. Top power play unit on. Mahoney tried to snipe one from the top of the left circle. Spano standing tall for save number 4 as we come to the 9-minute mark of the first period. Stretch pass from Donor to Mahoney. Fresh defenders out in the form of Berg and Strawbinger, joining Lowe, DeBolt, and now Doshin cycling in as we see the second power play unit at the midpoint of this first man advantage of the game for the Blue Hens.
I mean, I just love, when the Blue Hens go on a power play. I think every single line out there is optimally capable of scoring and, getting that advantage up there. But I'm hoping to see this power play progress even more, try and keep it in their zone. I'm just really hoping that we could capitalize here while we still can.
Doshin walking back in. Steered to the near corner by Rugg. This comes back to Berg at center. Advance to Doshin despite taking a hit, 20 seconds to go. On this first Delaware Sports Medicine power play of the night. Centering pass intercepted by Rugg. He races up ice into a trio of Delaware back checkers. Rugg blew a tire. Puck ends up in the near corner of the Delaware end. And this first Delaware Sports Medicine power play will be all for naught. Just past halfway in the first period of a scoreless hockey game from Fred Rust Arena. Hutchinson inside his own line. Left this back to Von Tersch. He launches the puck up the near wall, and this will come back and icing. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. And that's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The Law Office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. To schedule a free consultation, call the Law Office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664. That's LONG. Or visit injuryde.com. Hens trying to keep the pressure on in the attacking zone, trying to generate opportunities. But again, as we talked about just a few minutes ago, this game has been very defensively dominated on both sides.
Yeah, could not agree more. I mean, just watching that power play, unfortunately, what I would call a lackluster power play, it goes to show that Syracuse has a pretty lockdown defense back there, not willing to let anything get behind their net. But, I mean, the same could be said for UD. I feel like Syracuse has had very minimal chances in UD zone, and yeah, it's going to be a highly defensive game, I would say.
I think back to watching Syracuse over the past few years, names like Ford Hatchett, Mackenzie Murphy. Strong defensive presences year in, year out, and the same continues here with Brown, Chesner, Rugg, Thomas. Offensive defensemen, too. So the presence of these orange-blue liners not just limited to their own zone. Rodriguez tried to get one on net. Guelph crashing the net, couldn't put away the rebound off the initial Spano save. 8:12 to go in opening period play. Here comes Tanner Mahoney. Backhand shot. Held onto for the pause by Spano.
Yeah, I mean, as James was saying about defense, I think that defense is the foundation of every single team out here, and you could just tell out here how much time and effort Syracuse puts into coaching their defense, making sure positioning is, where it should be. But I'm hoping that UD's offense can come here and find holes in that defense to get behind the net.
8 to go in the first period. Delaware finally establishing more of a prolonged presence in the Syracuse zone. Rugg to Wren on the breakout. Wren kept pinned to the near wall by Berg. Again, this Delaware back check, limiting Syracuse's odd man rushes to, I'd say, 0 at this point. Every zone entry for the Orange has been either even or outnumbered. There, a blocked shot as Cato couldn't find the net from distance. Wren back to his own line. Up the middle, sticked at by Diaz. He couldn't run the gauntlet. Danny Berg stripped the puck from him at the top of the near circle. Berg stick handles back into the Syracuse zone, outnumbered while the other Hens change up. DeBolt trying to keep this attack alive. Now Doshin turning on the pressure, but Vasilevsky works the puck ahead to Wren. Turn the rest of the way into this Delaware zone, where Cook is met by a shoulder check from Berg behind the net and subsequently stripped of the puck. Final 7 minutes of the first period, yet scoreless from Fred Rust Arena. This is Tommy Tracy accelerating up the right wing board. Shot sticked away by Spano. Doshin couldn't get to the top of the crease in time for the net front redirect. Emery slowed up the other way in heavy mid-slot traffic. So the Orange will try again from inside their own line, but the breakout pass from Von Tersch, intended for Gaffney, was turned back by Goose deep into the Syracuse zone yet again. Panapresso threw one at net. Doshin bodied down by Von Tersch. In that net front battle for position, they exchange a few shoves, and play continues on unabated as Ian DeLong chirps at them, and they separate of their own accord from there. Ian DeLong and Dalton Tice are two referees for tonight's game. James Mandel and Josh Kurtz are lines people. So acknowledgments given to all three teams on the ice for this Friday night meeting between the Orange and the Blue Hens. Big hit laid on early by Brown. And Brown is going to go right back to the sin bin after crossing the line and then some. Another check from behind by Jake Brown, almost like we'd seen it already. So another Delaware Sports Medicine power play beginning for the Blue Hens. Learn more at desportsmed.com. The Syracuse penalty was assessed to number 14, Jake Brown. 2 minutes for checking from behind. Time of the penalty, 14 minutes, 15 seconds of the first period. Brown, 2 for checking from behind at 14:15. Donor from distance. Spano with the save. Cato with the clear. And I think the alliteration just ran out. This is called offside against the Blue Hens with 5:05 to go in the first period. 80 seconds on the man advantage. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years and counting, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. Mahoney, the intended recipient of that stretch pass, but the timing ever so slightly off. And the Hens will again have to work from their own end after this long, hard clear from Ryan Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I'm definitely noticing in this power play was a few seconds in right off the bat. I mean, Syracuse has a face-off right in the Blue Hen zone, and I feel like on the power play, we should be really minimizing any chances of a shorthanded goal, not giving the other team the satisfaction of that. But I'm hoping that UD can really push here in the last 45 seconds and try and make a play down in Syracuse's zone. And, you know, with only 5 minutes left, hope to put one up on the board.
Berg caroms the puck behind the Syracuse goal. DeBolt can't chase it down. Rugg pinched to the corner by a pair of Delaware forecheckers. Doshin to Rodriguez. Low from distance. Got one on net. Spano, despite being screened, came up with save number 9. Final 4 minutes of the first period. Rodriguez again. Final 10 seconds of the second Delaware Sports Medicine power play for the Hens. Rodriguez. Low. Fanned on the puck in the high slot. Berg bobbled at the point. And he's forced back into neutral territory to recover. Hens regroup. But the Orange killed off yet another Jake Brown penalty. Headman pass from Guelph to Mahoney on the re-entry. Mahoney pushed into the far corner. He sets up Rodriguez. Goose to Guelph. Shot off the pads of Spano for save number 10. Solid cross-slot pass there, but the Hens couldn't capitalize. Final 3:10 of the first period. Mahoney with a road up the middle. Shot held on to by Spano, and we've got a break in the action again.
I mean, one thing that I'm definitely noticing is I love how confident that the Blue Hens are moving through the neutral zone. I mean, with so much pressure coming up, you would think that they would feel a little overwhelmed by the defense. But no, I'm seeing a lot of swift movements through the neutral zone, smart plays, and that's what's really going to set these teams apart, being able to get through there and make a entry.
We've reached the antepenultimate minute of the first period. Delaware has outshot Syracuse 11-2. So after that lengthy feeling out period, which took up probably the first 6 minutes of the game, the Hens have really been pouring on the intensity. They've been generating quantity chances, and the quality is starting to pick up too. 2 A-grade chances so far for the Hens. 2:22 to go in the first period. They've got to watch out. Here's Hutchinson up the middle. Alvers crashing the net. Got one on. Snellenberg with the save and another as he holds on here with 2:14 to go in opening period play. Near circle face-off coming up in the Delaware zone. And friends, you can make an all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch, or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Final 110 seconds of opening period play. 3-on-2 for the Hens. Cross ice feed from Smith, nobody home. Neither Diaz nor DeBolt could reel it in. Here's Wren the other way, shot well off its intended target. Final 95. Donor couldn't get to the puck in time. It was chipped in low by Vasilevsky. Chesner holds the point. It comes back to Chesner. He botched the one-timer from just above the dot. Diaz backhands the puck out of harm's way. It's gloved down by Chesner just beyond the blue line. Played across to Brown near side. He flips it beyond the reach of DeBolt. Donor blocks this down in front of his own net. And this is lofted back to Doshin the other way as we hit the final minute of the first period from Fred Rust Arena. Pendergrass slowed up by Burke. Loose puck corralled by Tracy. Lowenberg together. Centering pass from Lowe beyond the reach of Danny Berg. Doshin throws a heavy hit at Caddo in that net front battle for the puck. Delaware holding on. Straubinger, long shot. Blocked down by Spano. Nobody home to capitalize on the rebound chance. Final 30 of the first period. Tracy couldn't run the gauntlet from the half wall. Andrew Lowe offering puck support. Driven to the near corner by Rugg. This around the horn to Berg. Across the line, Straubinger winding up. Top of the near circle. Another blocked shot by the Orange defensive core. This block from Pendergrass. Final 7 seconds of the first period. Doshin throws a shoulder, recovers the puck. Here a shot from Tracy is blocked, and the first period reaches its conclusion. At the end of 20 minutes, the score, Syracuse 0, Delaware 0. We'll be back after the first intermission on the Delaware Hockey Network.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Welcome back to the Delaware Hockey Network. We're through 20 minutes of play. Neither the Syracuse Orange nor the Delaware Blue Hens have anything to show for their initial period efforts. Hens picking up the momentum. Late in the first period, recording a total of 15 shots on netminder Chris Spano. But Spano is simply dominated between the pipes for the Orange through the first period, denying Tanner Mahoney there late in the first period from distance as well. Jacob Snellenberg with 4 stops on all 4 Syracuse shots that he faced in the first 20. Tickets available for tomorrow's game at $7, the best deal in town by far. Visit udelhockey.com. Fresh sheet of ice awaiting us here at Fred Rust Arena. That center circle. We'll soon see play commence for the second period. And a look now at Syracuse netminder Chris Spano, who's been virtually unstoppable for the Orange. 15 saves on 15 shots. Josh Kurtz with the opening faceoff of period number 2. Here we go. They're off. Here in second period play, Delaware moving from right to left in their home whites. Syracuse in their away orange kits. Moving left to right from our vantage point. James Witherite, Cat Henready, joining you in the 412 Communications press box. Cat, Delaware really picking up the momentum toward the end of the first period, and Tanner Mahoney winning an attacking zone draw for the Hens here just 7 seconds into the second period. What are the takeaways from the first 20 from your perspective?
I mean, slow start, but I gotta say, UD really picked it up in the second half, and I'm hoping that we could build on that early here because, I mean, 14, 15 shots on goal, and none of them have found the back of the net. I mean, I'm hoping that we could turn that around this period, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
Face off to the right of Snellenberg. Guelph tied up the puck, but it was held in by Von Tersch. This goes over the bench boards and out. And the face-off again comes to the right of Snellenberg. Guelph with the win. Mahoney pickpocketed as he tried to walk out of the zone. Cook could not center. Key scratches on the Delaware side of the lineup. Dominic Guido out with an upper body injury. Cade Coughlin scratched tonight, as well as Alex Infanger, Jack Keller, Dylan Causey, Cam Gibbons, Oliver King, and Tyler Roselle. Donor holding the left point. Throws the puck off the corner boards. It's chased down by Rodriguez behind the cage, but he was bodied off the biscuit by Thomas. Burke protects the right point. This taken away and walked by Jack Wren past neutral ice, 2-on-2 for the Orange. Wren could not get past a strongly back-checking Riley Donor. Rodriguez the other way. Looked slap shot at the top of the near circle, but Cook caught up to him. Donor wrists one in. Mahoney tried to redirect it past Spano on the doorstep, but was wide. Rodriguez gives way. Captain Sam Hutchinson carries the puck from behind his own goal. He tries to lob it up the middle. Tracy volleys it right back in from center. This was steadied by Spano. Hutchinson worked this ahead up the left wing boards, but couldn't get past center. This will be an icing against the Orange with 2 minutes and 2 seconds elapsed. In second period play, Blue Hens, Orange, yet to do anything in terms of offensive productivity.
I mean, we could talk about how UD has been consistent in Syracuse's zone, but right now I have to give credit where credit is due and just say that Chris Spano's been pretty impressive. Seems to be a pretty unbreakable wall back there, blocking 15 shots so far. But
now 17 when we account
17
for the two
shots
here in the
now.
second.
I mean, hey, but gotta give credit where credit is due, and really impressive game by him so far. But looking at it from a standpoint as a UD fan here, I'm hoping that we can eventually pass the puck past him.
Smith with the takeaway. DeBolt tried to set up Diaz. Meanwhile, at the other end of the rink, Duffy failed on the one-timer from the dot near side. It sailed over the crossbar. This chance from Straubinger was blocked away by Cato to the far corner. Duffy under forechecking pressure from Diaz. Got some help from Hutchinson. This played off the far boards. Pendergrass topped the puck on his way up the far side. Straubinger held the zone briefly. Pendergrass tried again. He got this all the way into the Delaware end, where Danny Berg pulls back. Stretch pass tipped by L.M. Ruel into the near corner of the Syracuse end. Rugg recovers behind the net. He couldn't carom the puck clear. It was held in by A.J. Moulet. This back to center. Eric Mark fires it off the backboards. Partial changing of the guard for the Hens. The big guns filtering back on as Rodriguez with a takeaway. Throws one in from distance, and Spano holds for the pause in play with 16:29 to go in the second period of a 0-0 hockey game, and we've got a man down in front of the Syracuse goal. Von Tersch slow to get back to his feet after Chris Spano recorded his 18th save of the night. So the face-off is going to come to the left of Chris Spano's office. 18 for 18 in the save department. Two A-grade chances for Delaware in the first period. So the quantity certainly there. The quality starting to ramp up as the puck goes out of play for another stoppage with 3:35 gone in the second.
I think what's going to be so huge for the Blue Hens this period is just, keeping the puck in, staying strong on the forecheck, setting up the puck back at the point to create those plays. And I think that's going to be really vital for them this period in order to put a point on the scoreboard tonight.
Panapresso protecting the zone from the left point, gives this away to Brown. Brown cannot clear. Mahoney, Guelph, back to Mahoney. He tried to slap one in from 35 feet, got too much loft on it. And now Rodriguez, unable to work through traffic in the far corner. Couldn't carry him the puck in low to Guelph. Race on for it near side. Rodriguez throws a shoulder at McCormick, barely protects the zone. Got the puck in deep, but it was turned back the other way by Brown, holding close to home. So Brown, who sat idly by for 4 minutes in the first period after a pair of checking from behind penalties, holding close to home and proving mighty effective on the defensive here in the first 4.5 minutes of the second. Panapresso driving in low. Rodriguez jostling for position. He got cross-checked down by Brown. Meanwhile, Guelph tried to jam one in from close, but his shot was blocked right at the edge of the crease. Rodriguez again. Sent wide by the sweeping stick of Brown. McCormick the other way with a long shot caught by Snellenberg, and we've got a pause.
Syracuse's defense is just absolutely remarkable right now. I mean, they are supporting their goalie. They are in all the right places at all the right times. It's truly impressive how just locked down their defense is and has been tonight so far.
Attacking zone draw for the Orange, won by Vasilevsky, but squandered ultimately. Doshin recovers for the Hens at his own blue line, walked to center, absorbed a check, but drove the puck in deep. Rugg the other direction. Advanced the puck to Cook, bounced off his stick. It's walked in by Vasilevsky after Donor tried to clear. Doshin leading an odd man rush. 3-on-2 for the Hens if they hurry. Andrew Lowe, Tracy, one-timer from the dot. Caught the top of the puck and didn't have the angle. Lowe hustles back on the defensive to deny Syracuse what would have been their first odd man rush. Rush shot from Wren was wide, and the rebound chance is covered up by Snellenberg for a pause with 14:26 to go in the second period of what remains a scoreless hockey game. Friends, if you're like me, healthy living is important, and Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help you and your family stay healthy at home with periodic sanitization and disinfecting of your trash and recycling bins. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. $14:20 to go. Smith 2-on-1. Smith takes the shot for himself. Spano with the save. Rebound chance on the doorstep. Diaz off his backhand. Couldn't find the back of the net. This kept in by Berg at the right point. Diaz surveying his options in the far corner. Von Tersch throws a body at Berg, driving in low. Here, DeBolt shoots and scores! Chance DeBolt lights the lamp for the Delaware Blue Hens. 6:01 into the second period, and it's 1-0. Here another look at it on the Delaware and the 4-1-2 Communications instant replay. Chance DeBolt fed the puck by Justin Smith. 6:01 into the first. 6:01 into the second, rather. And the Hens put the biscuit in the basket on what was their 19th shot of the game. Here we go. Puck is down. Play resumes. With the Orange winning the draw. So DeBolt getting his 4th goal of the season. Smith with the lone apple. 6:01 into period number 2. A Delaware goal! His 4th of the season. Scored by number 25, Chance DeBolt. Assisted by number 10, Justin Smith. Time of the goal, 6 minutes, 1 second of the second period. DeBolt's 4th from Smith at 6:01. Neutral zone draw coming up just above the Delaware line. 6:29 into the second period. Mandel drops the puck between Wren and Mahoney. And here come the Hens barreling up ice again, led by Brady Burke up the middle. Burke backhand shot, steered wide by Spano. It was off its target initially. Cook, slowed up by Rodriguez, turned the puck over across neutral ice to Donor. Tipped by Mahoney from center into the far corner of the Syracuse zone. There's no icing here. Chasing that down was Guelph, leading to a close-up shot from Rodriguez. Another save from Chris Spano with 13:03 to go in period number 2 of a 1-0 hockey game. Hens finally getting one on the board, beating Chris Spano, and it was Chance DeBolt with his 4th of the year.
I mean, talk about being in the right place at the right time. I mean, Chance DeBolt, way to be so spatially aware, right in front of the net, and beautiful, beautiful look by Justin Smith there. Great to see the Blue Hens finally on the board here tonight.
Von Tersch, pinned deep in his own zone, stepping up Burke, holding the line. Mahoney through traffic to Guelph. Stutter step behind the cage to try to draw Thomas out of position. That's taken away from Donor, and it's carried by Duffy deep into the Delaware zone. The defensive caught up to Duffy, the one-timer from Alvers on the doorstep. Goes the way of Jacob Snellenberg for save number 7. Alvers pressured by Guelph. Puck is cleared by Burke after Hutchinson was slowed up mid-zone. It's lofted into the near corner of the Delaware end, where Donor leaves it behind the cage toward Burke. Hutchinson recovers. Mahoney in his own zone, tried to flip it ahead to Guelph, but he couldn't walk out of harm's way. Rodriguez tried to carom this off the glass near side, but the puck ended up catching the railing at the player entrance and bounced right back into the Delaware zone. So an unlucky bounce, literally so, for the Blue Hens, and Brendan Duffy, wearing Mackenzie Murphy's old number 7, throws the puck in wide. Snellenberg covers for the pause with 11:46 remaining in the second period. Hens with a 1-0 lead over Syracuse and a face-off in their zone to the left of Jacob Snellenberg.
What I love about having Snellenberg in goal is just how calm, cool, and collected he is. I feel really confident when he's between the pipes, knowing that he's going to make big-time saves in vital moments.
He's not a big goalie. He doesn't take up much of the net, but he's very agile, he's very athletic, and he's incredibly smart on his angles.
Such a smart goalie. He, knowing when to play the puck, knowing when to cover it. He's just smart in those situations where it really could make you or break you in that current moment.
Max Gargarevich having words with Straubinger. The near side of the faceoff drew some chuckles from the press box. Doshin clears. Gargarevich had to hustle to tag up. Here he is with a shot. Snellenberg with the save. Rebound chance from distance off the stick of Brown was off its target. What impresses me, Kat, about Jacob Snellenberg's goaltending. His rebound control, just as good as his angles.
Yeah, I could not agree more. I mean, it's always dangerous when you catch a goalie off those rebounds, and Snellenberg has just an amazing way of being able to control the puck and really manipulate that situation and making it one where UD can turn around with it and capitalize. I think that Snellenberg is just such a dynamic goalie, and you know, the way he can just move from one post to the other, I think is absolutely incredible and such an asset to this team, truly.
And he's going to have to step up here as the Hens head to their first Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill of the night. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Luke Doshin was rung up for a hook. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 15, Luke Doshin. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 9 minutes, 11 seconds in the second period. Doshin 2 for hooking at 9 minutes, 11 seconds. Snellenberg flashing the leather and holding on. Again, limiting those rebound chances.
Mm-hmm. Calm, cool, and collected. Snellenberg between the pipes.
And in terms of face-offs, Delaware dominated in the first period. They won 10 of 14 first period face-offs. That's 71%. But right off the draw here, the Orange level the score. Power play goal from, looked like Cameron Gaffney, getting his 10th of the year. We'll watch it again. Right off the faceoff. No, it was Evan Vasilevsky leveling the score for the Orange. And we'll get you particulars here momentarily on that Syracuse Orange goal. Duffy's going to head off. And so too Straubinger. So we are 4 on 4. With 10-12 to go in the second period. Syracuse goal, 9th of the season. Scored by number 9, Evan Vasilevsky. Assisted by number 8, Ryan Thomas, and number 4, Carter Rugg. Time of the power play goal, 9 minutes, 40 seconds of the second period. Vasilevsky's 9th from Thomas and Rugg at 9:40, a power play goal. Syracuse penalty assessed to number 9, Evan Vasilevsky. Delaware penalty assessed to number 12, Shane Straubinger. Both guys 2 minutes each for roughing at 9 minutes, 48 seconds in the second period. Vasilevsky and Straubinger, 2 each for roughing at 9:48. And Berg is down behind the Syracuse net after being denied on a close-up chance. Brown making his third trip to the sin bin off a slash. And the Blue Hens get the rare 4-on-3 Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Head to desportsmed.com to learn more. Pivotal power play for the Hens, Kat.
I mean, this is absolutely vital right now. I think that this is an amazing opportunity for UD to up the score by 1, make this a 2-1 game. I can't imagine just how these players are feeling right now. 4-on-3, I mean, they're going to use this, and I hope, take this opportunity and not take it for granted out here.
Syracuse penalty was assessed to number 14, Jake Brown, 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 10 minutes, 59 seconds in the second period. Brown, 2 for slashing at 10:59. Big guns on now. DeBolt, Tracy, Mahoney, and Donor. Donor held the point. Tracy, back to Donor this goes. DeBolt camping out net front. Tracy and Donor play keep away. They're pressured by Wren. Mahoney tries to snipe one after working into the slot. Shot was wide, directed by Spano to the near corner. We're going to be 5-on-4 here in 6 seconds. Tracy. Donor faked the one-timer. Tracy winds up and shoots. Pad save by Spano. Play halted to the puck. Out of play with 8:07 remaining in the second period. And a 1-1 deadlock, yet intact. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and your clientele, between your team and your fans. From broadcast to social, print to digital, the 412 team will put their 40-plus years of experience to work for you, whether you're East Coast, West Coast, or anywhere in between. Let's talk about how to get you noticed. If you want to know more, head to 412communications.com. Diaz to Rodriguez. Donor still manning the point. Mahoney and Guelph completing the complement of power play skaters for the Blue Hens. 7.5 to go in the second period. 33 seconds remaining on the power play. The Donor shot from distance. Popped high and wide by Spano. Race on for the puck in the far corner. Rodriguez leaned into by Rugg. Trying to work toward the cage. This was tipped out by Gargarevich. And Donor went back to his own blue line to recover. Rodriguez off the centering pass from Diaz. Tried to snipe one but cleared the crossbar. This is Mahoney. Left to Donor. Mahoney. Winding up. Guelph got one on net. Nobody home for the rebound chance. Orange back to full strength. We've entered the final 7 minutes of the second period of a 1-1 hockey game from Fred Rust Arena. Hens out shooting the Orange 26-10. Just past halfway through the game. But Spano's standing tall, and the Orange ultimately, aside from that power play goal, limited to very few quality chances.
I gotta say, coming off of that power play, I am truly impressed by co-captain Riley Donor. I think the way that he just mans the blue line and really takes charge and takes responsibility back there, and just the ability that he is able to keep the puck in is truly impressive and so important to this team.
Hutchinson beat early. Duffy splits defenders. He stays on his feet despite Goose's pressure. Goose blew a tire. Panapresso recovers the puck for Delaware in the near corner of his own zone. 6.5 to go in the second. L.M. Ruel chips this forward. It's walked by Early. Beyond center and into the Syracuse zone. Taken away by Hutchinson. Lofted beyond Panapresso. Recovered by Goose at center and launched back off the end boards of the Syracuse zone. Final 6 in the second period of a 1-1 hockey game from Fred Rust Arena. Panapresso threw one in on net. Mulet couldn't finish. And play is halted. With 5:56 to go in the second period, and Louis Ruel slow to his feet. in the Syracuse zone. He's got to be attended to as the medical staff meet him halfway. Who's going to go, if anybody? Looks like we're going to stay 5-on-5 here, friends. And is this faceoff coming back to center, or will it be just above the Syracuse line? We will soon find out. Looks like linesperson James Mandel is going to spot this. Is it going to be in front of the 412 Communications press box, or will it be at center? Coming at center with 5:56 to go in the second. Andrew Lowe pleading his case that the Hens should have a power play, but ultimately will restart at center after deliberation from the officials. Here's Straubinger after a failed attack from Vasilevsky. Long shot from Straubinger into the Spano pads. Vasilevsky back up ice, looking for a second. Steered by Straubinger to the near corner. Puck is loose. Tracy protects it. Cade Cook keeping the pressure on now. Eric Mark comes in and picks the puck out of the scrum behind the Delaware goal line. 5:13 to go in the second period. Mark launches this up the left wing boards. Lowe couldn't win the race to it, and this will come back an icing against the Hens with 5:09 remaining in the middle frame.
I mean, after these past couple minutes, it looks like it's shaping up to be a pretty physical game out here. I mean, pretty chippy back and forth, but we love to see it. Just making sure that, player safety comes first, and, no dirty hits out here, making sure everything is being called, but love to see a physical game.
Tracy and Larkin ready for the face-off to the right of Snellenberg, who stopped 9 of the 10 shots he's faced. Hens doing a great job limiting attacking opportunities for the Orange, but struggling mightily to capitalize on the ones they're generating. Again, it's been a case of quantity over quality, and Doshin is going to go for a cross-check. So Luke Doshin heading back to the sin bin with 4:49 remaining in the second period. Dalton Tice and Ian DeLong making sure they're on the same page. And this is ultimately going to be called interference. Per the official adjudication of Dalton Tice. So a Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill awaiting the Blue Hens with 4:49 to go in the second period. Schedule your first cleaning today at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 15, Luke Doshin. 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 15 minutes, 11 seconds in the second period. Doshin, 2 for interference at 15:11. Four and a half remaining in the period. Early threw a body at Thomas at center, but the Orange come barreling back into the Delaware end. Thomas leaves this to Vasilevsky. To Gaffney. Thomas. Gaffney. One-timer. Cade Cook goes top shelf. Syracuse with a pair of power play tallies, and now a 2-1 lead. Cade Cook with a beauty of a one-timer. And we'll see it again. So at 15:54 in the second period, the Orange strike again with the man advantage. And that's been the theme of the night here at Fred Rust Arena. Delaware's men's Division II team gave up 3 power play goals in a 6-3 defeat to Maryland, and now both Syracuse goals against the men's Division I team have come with the man advantage. Syracuse goal, his 4th of the season, scored by number 12, Cade Cook, assisted by number 19, Cameron Gaffney, and number 8, Ryan Thomas. Time of the power play goal, 15 minutes, 54 seconds in the second period. Cook's 4th from Gaffney and Thomas at 15:54.
I mean, all I have to say right now is let's stop the bloodshed early, boys. I mean, if you're looking at this statistically, this team should not be up right now. We've had so many opportunities to get behind the net and, you know, find the goal, but right now it's looking like some, you know, luck. I don't want to say luck, but I'm going to say it. Luck on Orange's side over here, because I'd say that we are skill-wise the stronger team, but it's, like I said, being in the right place at the right time, and unfortunately that's where Orange is capitalizing right now.
Final 200 seconds of the second period. Tracy bodied down. The DeLong whistle sounds, and somebody's going to go. That confrontation over the dot between Larkin and Tracy, and the door's open for Anthony Larkin to head to the penalty box. Head contact. So a Delaware Sports Medicine power play awaits the Blue Hens. And Larkin is off. So a major against Larkin. Sets up a deluxe version Delaware Sports Medicine power play for the Blue Hens. DESportsmed.com, the place to go. Syracuse penalty was assessed to number 27, Anthony Larkin. 5 minutes for head contact and a game misconduct. Time of the penalty, 16 minutes, 47 seconds in the second period. Larkin, 5 in a game for head contact at 16:47. The time is now for Delaware. 2:50 to go in the second period. They can score at will with the man advantage. Wren pile drives up the right wing boards. He crashes the net. He tries to get past Snellenberg, but they end up colliding, and the net is knocked off its moorings behind Jacob Snellenberg. Stick taps, I should say, from Wren and Snellenberg after the collision. No harm, no foul, no hard feelings. That's just part of the game.
I mean, we're on the 5-minute penalty. That's 5 minutes is a lot of time to do a lot of great things. So let's hope that UD here can take this man advantage and run with it. And even better, heading into the third period, we're going to have a solid minute and a half, 2 minutes of man-up play. And so I'm hoping that we could get that started now, get the momentum going.
As Wren initiated the collision that sent the net off its moorings, the face-off by Rule has to come back into the neutral zone. And the Hens' Luke Panapresso walks up the left wing boards before dishing the puck to Doshin on the re-entry for Delaware. Panapresso, the true freshman, working behind the cage. Strombinger to Doshin behind the net. DeBolt posting up net front. So second power play unit on right now for Delaware with a minute gone on the Larkin penalty. Straubinger, Doshin. Puck was tipped beyond his reach. Lowe protecting in the near corner. Cycled to DeBolt. He throws the puck off the backboards. Andrew Lowe with time and space to corral it. He walks up to the dot, tried to snipe one from distance. That one rang off the post. DeBolt with the rebound. Doshin walking the line. He throws the puck into the near corner. It's raced down by Ryan Thomas, and he clears. 90 to go in the second period of a 2-1 hockey game. Syracuse, despite being outshot 28-12 with the 2-1 lead. This is Rodriguez. Power line on for Delaware along with Donor and Diaz. Diaz, that looming net front presence. Donor, the quarterback of this power play. He's got it on his stick right now. Rodriguez off the crossbar. Couldn't connect off the one-timer. This driven back to neutral ice by the Orange's Jack Wren. Mahoney. Hassled by Wren through the neutral zone. Diaz on the re-entry. Protecting possession and position for Delaware at the near half wall. Mahoney trapped in the near corner. He's forced to carom the puck around the corner board's far side to Justin Guelph. This comes high to Donor. Back to Guelph. In low is Mahoney. Tried to set up Diaz on the doorstep to no avail. 25 seconds remaining in the second period. Guelph again. Donor off the feed from Mahoney. Diaz didn't have the one-timer. Delayed penalty coming up. Diaz's shot was blocked. He steers the puck into the near corner, and this is cleared with 2.5 seconds to go by Connor Chesner. And with not nearly enough time for the Hens to draw up anything but a set play. The Orange penalty box is getting mighty crowded. So Jake Brown heading back to the seat that bears his name. Puck is down, and that, friends, will do it for the second period. At the end of 40 minutes, the score: Syracuse Orange 2, Delaware Blue Hens 1. We'll be back on the Delaware Hockey Network after the second intermission.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back to Fred Rust Arena. 2-1 through 40. Advantage, the Syracuse Orange, and the power play has made all the difference. A pair of goals with the man advantage going the way of Syracuse. One from Vasilevsky, one from Cook. And the stage set for the third period. To begin with the Blue Hens on a 5-on-3 for nearly 2 entire minutes. We got word during the break that the penalty to Jake Brown, his 4th of the game, was for a cross check at 19:57. Making this 5-on-3 to kick off period number 3. Again, Larkin shown the gate. After being ruled guilty of head contact late in the second period. So that first minute and 38 that you see right now, representing what remains of that major penalty. Just got word that Danny Berg is out of action for the rest of the night with a finger injury. Rodriguez one-timer off the pads of Spano. Diaz canceled out on the rebound in the low slot. And the Orange clear. James Witherite, Cat Henready joining you tonight from the 412 Communications press box. Pivotal 5-on-3 for the Blue Hens. So far, not so good.
Yeah, I mean, I think that coming off of the second period so high off of the penalty and just knowing that they had those 5 minutes, I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on right now. I feel like they're moving slow. I don't know if they're tired out there, but I feel like they got to set something up here and try and find the back of the net, try to make an attempt at least.
Here's Donor shooting. Holding for the pause was Spano. .84 seconds elapsed in the third period. 23 seconds left in the 5-on-3. And the face-off comes to the right of Chris Spano, who has stopped 29 of 30 Delaware shots. Face-off comes to Spano's right. Second power play wave, low to Bolt, Goose, Strawbinger, Panapresso. On against the trio of Wren, Rugg, and Von Tersch. Low, shoots, blocked. Panapresso trying to shovel in the rebound. Blocked right at the release by Jack Wren. 100 seconds gone of the third period. 5-on-3 time ticking away. Low again! Sticked away by Chris Spano, standing on his head for the Orange. That was his 30th save of the night. Panapresso in close. Low trying to dig out the rebound. Blowing a tire was Rugg trying to block a shot. He pops back up. And the Syracuse Orange come away from a two-man disadvantage entirely unscathed. They kill off the major. They kill off 2 minutes of 5-on-3. Best opportunity for the Blue Hens. Yielded them absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be a little disappointed right now if I was this Blue Hen team here. But one thing I got to say, when they're down, they seem to find a way to come back out of it. So do not count these Blue Hens out. There's still a lot of hockey left to play.
17 minutes and 36 seconds to go here in the third period as Jack Wren hobbles off to the bench. And the medical team comes over to the Orange bench as well to give him the look-see. Trevor Early in for the attacking zone draw for Delaware. This rifled up ice by Chesner. Pursued by Moulet, flipped beyond his reach by Duffy, and this goes out.
Yeah, I mean, I think right now, UD has so much time to make a play. There's so much hockey left. I think that they need to come out here off this face-off and just dominate. I mean, getting pucks in deep, getting shots on net, I think that's absolutely vital right now. I mean, if you keep shooting, eventually one of them is going to find the back of the net. So be patient and, smart plays.
Hutchinson was waved out of the face-off circle. Alvers took his place. Early crashing forward. Ruel on the welcome mat. Couldn't find the back of the net. His shot was wide. This is Thomas. Waiting behind the Syracuse goal after controlling the rebound. Play action. Thomas faked a breakout pass to Duffy. Ruel and Early holding steady. Botched breakout off the stick of Chesner, corralled by Burke at his own line. Hens change up defensively after a successful dump in. Alvers off a cross-ice pass. Comes barreling into the Delaware zone. He's steered by Goose to the corner. Cross-ice feed ricochets off the far boards, picked up by Caddo. Thrown in and deflected in. Orange go up 3-1, and Hutchinson leads the handshake cue. Here it comes again. Sam Hutchinson with the redirects. Good for his 6th of the year. Three unanswered goals by the Syracuse Orange. And the battle for the Blue Hens has gotten that much tougher. Syracuse goal, 6th of the season, scored by number 26, Sam Hutchinson. Assisted by number 25, Sean Caddo, and number 15, Brock Alvers. Time of the goal, 3 minutes, 32 seconds in the third period. Hutchinson 6th from Caddo and Alvers at 3:32. Looking for another was Pendergrass from in close. Straubinger fails to feed to Lowe. This is tipped ahead to Luke Doshin. He steered to the corner. He tried to get a shot away as Thomas pressed him out of the optimal shot lane. Mahoney tried to set up Lowe net front to no avail. He fans on the one-timer. Panapresso back in 5 minutes into the third period. Too many players. Signaled by linesperson Josh Kurtz. .458 into the third period. And this will go against the Blue Hens. Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill. Coming up, 4:58. Into the third period. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. The Delaware penalty, bench minor, too many players on the ice. Time of the penalty, 4 minutes, 58 seconds in the third period. Delaware bench, 2 minutes, too many players on the ice at 4:58. The Thomas shot was blocked. Goose winds up and clears beyond the reaching stick of Carter Rugg at the near point. Goals from Vasilevsky, Cook, and now Hutchinson. Representing three different lines, nearly a fourth. As Hutchinson looking for his second of the night, denied by the crossbar. The follow-up opposite side from Connor Chesner was off its target. We've passed the 6-minute mark of the third period. Hutchinson screened. Burke with the block. This is batted out by early. Hand pass signaled by Ian DeLong. I don't know if that was premature. The hand pass was initiated but was never completed. In any case, we're going to get a defensive zone face-off for the Blue Hens. 6:20 into the third period. Hens shorthanded for another 35. Alvers tried to walk in, couldn't find a path to the net. Here's Alvers again, leaving this to Wren. Shot up into the netting and out of play. Whether you're a competitive athlete like these guys or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Learn more, visit desportsmed.com. 13:25 to go in the third period from Fred Rust Arena. A 3-1 game advantage Syracuse over Delaware. Jacob Snellenberg facing 13 shots so far, saving 10 of them. Meanwhile, the Blue Hens have put 33 on Chris Spano, who's recorded 32 saves to this juncture. Hens clear off the draw. Diaz getting tied up with Rugg in the race back into the Syracuse end. Here come the Orange on the attack. Rugg made sure to gain the center line before a hard carom behind the net. We are back to full strength. 7 minutes into the third period. Hens successful on the penalty kill, but they've got a 2-goal deficit to try to erase as this game works into its closing stages.
What a devastating turn of events here. Syracuse with another goal and then turn around and they're on the penalty kill. I mean, it just seems like Syracuse is absolutely killing us in our own zone right now. I think UD needs to really lock in and turn it around here while they still have the opportunity to, with around 13 minutes left in this third period here.
Mahoney and Emery tied up over the far dot. Hens getting their top line on their production line this season, accounting for 50 goals coming into the weekend, but so far held quiet by some stellar Spano netminding. Gargarevich to Pendergrass on the re-entry. Burke reaching in, blocked that pass. Puck rolls to the far corner. Pendergrass takes a check from Donor, but recovers the puck and comes driving in through the far corner boards. Mahoney laid a body on him. Donor emerging with the puck. He tried to stretch it ahead to Ryan Rodriguez over the center logo to no avail. Gargarevich back to his line. This is advanced by Von Tersch. Off the far boards, corralled by Burke at his own stripe. Cross-ice feed, Justin Guelph. He centers, Mahoney backhand. Save made once, twice by Chris Spano. And Shane Straubinger hustles back into his own zone to recover for Delaware after the Orange clear. Doshin's redirect off the Straubinger centering pass was off target. Rebound controlled by Alvers. Played up the far side to the accelerating Hutchinson. Hutchinson into a 1-on-3. Lost control of the puck. Straubinger bodies him to the blue line. Puck ends up behind the net. Hens are going to go down a man here momentarily as Ian DeLong's arm is back up. Extra attacker on for the time being. And the whistle sounds. Cross-checking signal from Ian. 8:59 into the third period. Eric Mark ruled off. Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill time once again for the Blue Hens. Not the time, not the place when you're down 2. DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 2, Eric Mark. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 8 minutes, 59 seconds in the third period. Mark, 2 for cross-checking at 8:59.
No. Again, another penalty taken by UD here, and it's really unfortunate to see this play out. I mean, it just seems like it seems like we're just tired out there. We're looking a little tired, moving a little slow, and Syracuse is just having opportunity after opportunity here. Just hoping that we could possibly get something behind the net, kind of tighten up this lead here, but we'll see what happens in this penalty kill.
10:19 to go. Early wins the draw across from Alvers. And the Hens clear. Hutchinson cross ice pass. Again to Alvers, racing up the right side. Stripped of the puck by Trevor Early, who turns, tries to clear but fails. Here's Ruel off the turnover from Chesner. Shot was wide. Goose in his own zone, launches this puck deep into Syracuse territory. Nine and a half remaining. Hens dropped both at Stony Brook, I should say, last weekend. Trying as they might to not make it 3 in a row in the L column, but time is running short. Diaz crashing the net. Could not get past Spano. Good for save number 35 for the Syracuse netminder. Goose lets one go. Hutchinson leaves this back to Alvers. Up to Hutchinson along the left wing boards. Goose lays a hip on him right at the blue line, forcing the turnover. Panapresso throws this off the near boards, back across neutral ice. Von Tersch rifles it from our right to our left. It was ahead to Hutchinson. The drop pass to Thomas resulted in an intercepted shot. Goose couldn't find Guelph cutting back through neutral ice the other way. This is cleared back where Panapresso steadies. 8.5 minutes to go. Hens have got to regroup in a big way. Guelph shot. Waffle boarded high by Spano for save number 36. Chris Spano has been the difference maker in this one. Mahoney trying to change that. Rugg bodies him off the puck. Sweeping in to recover is Rodriguez in the near corner. Cross ice feed, letting one go from distance. That was Riley Donor. This goes up into the netting. Off the paddle of Spano and out of play with 7:51 remaining. Syracuse clinging to their 3-1 lead. Delaware try as they might, struggling to figure out Chris Spano.
James, you're absolutely correct. I mean, Chris Spano has been an absolute game changer here. Just save after save. You know, it's truly incredible, just some of the saves that he's made and how comfortable he looks under the pressure that he's going under right now. You know, in terms of UD here, I thought that they were pretty consistently from the start playing a very disciplined game. But maybe sometimes discipline isn't always, you know, going to win you the games. So I'm hoping right now that we could settle down a little bit and find the back of the net before it's too late.
Another long shot, another Spano save. This with 7:45 to go in regulation. Face off again coming to the right of Spano. The Tracy line in for Delaware. Low and Doshin at his flanks. Another face-off win, this time over Vasilevsky. Delaware's dominated in the face-off circle, winning over 2/3 of the face-offs through the first 40 minutes of the game, and that trend's continued here in the third period. They're out-shooting Syracuse by nearly a 3-to-1 ratio, but the 3-to-1 ratio in the column that matters most is the other way. Quantity chances there, quality chances have been there too. Through 40 minutes, Delaware with 7 A-grade chances. The difference maker has truly been Chris Spano, who on A-grade chances against is sporting an 86% save rate. Anything over 70 on A-grade chances is good, and Spano registering 86% saves on A-grade chances. 7:26 remaining. With a face-off to Snellenberg's left. Smith couldn't cut in toward the cage. Thomas the other way. Gaffney. Cross-ice feed to Emery. Didn't connect. It was blocked away. Here comes Chance DeBolt. Racing up the middle. Shot. Sticked up in the atmosphere by Spano. DeBolt gloves down his own rebound on the far corner. Ian DeLong got tied up in the play there as trying to center was Smith. Straubinger across to Mark. Again, Delaware going with just with 11 forwards right now. No, with 6D, as Danny Berg was out with a finger injury. So Mark joining Straubinger. And the fourth line of Ruel, Muley, and Early. Trying to preserve energy for the Blue Hens as this game enters the final 6 minutes and 22 seconds. Gaffney trying to walk in up the left side. Slowed up at the line. Straubinger launches the puck from mid-zone Delaware end all the way into the Syracuse zone. Hens change up on the defensive and a piecemeal change up front as well. So Panapresso Goose in the top line on right now. 6 minutes to go. Delaware bench getting shorter. Hutchinson steered off the puck in the near corner. Goose recovers. Back it goes to Panapresso. Breakout pass intended for Guelph. Stick checked off its intended line and velocity. Caddo turned it back into the Delaware zone. Goose, cross-ice feed. Chased down by Tanner Mahoney. He's pinched to the far corner by Chesner. 5:15 remaining. Syracuse 3, Delaware 1. Delayed penalty coming up. This shot from Panapresso on target. Holding for the pause is Spano. And a rough signaled with 5:10 to go. Will send the Blue Hens back to the Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Can the Hens come back?
I mean, on paper, you look at this team and say, wow, they're winning the faceoffs. They're winning a majority of the faceoffs. They're getting shots on goal. Yet, the score is telling you otherwise right now. Down 3-1, going on the power play here, I would, really, really focus on keeping the puck in Syracuse's zone and maybe not taking every shot, but setting up a play and making the smart plays, taking the smart shots here. UD here is now on a timeout, and I just know that Coach Mittelmeier is probably drafting up something pretty good here and trying to close that gap between Syracuse and them right now. And, I hope for their sake that they come out victorious with this power play here.
Well, now's the time. That two-man advantage at the beginning of the period, absolutely crucial for Delaware. Syracuse stood tall, backstopped by stellar goaltending from Chris Spano. Right now, it's do or die for Delaware. 2-goal deficit to make up, 5 minutes on the clock. Power play coming up. Todd calling a timeout here to keep his big guns on the ice. To kick off this Delaware Sports Medicine power play. DESportsmed.com, the place to go. Tanner Mahoney in for the face-off across from Jack Wren. Buckle up. Here we go. Mahoney won the draw. Donor, Guelph, Rodriguez, and Diaz completing this power play unit. Cross-ice pass. Rodriguez shot. Saved by Spano, scrambling to keep that puck in front of him. Orange clear. Donor on the re-entry, building up speed through the neutral zone. Skip pass to Guelph through low slot traffic. He tried to set up Rodriguez at the point. Guelph clearly frustrated. That pass didn't connect. You could see him react as this sails all the way back into the Delaware zone. Rodriguez muscled the puck over the line, but it's brought right back in by Anthony Solt. Solt on with Cato, Chesner, and Gargarevich on this penalty kill for the Orange. Half the penalty's been killed off. 4:12 to go. In a 3-1 hockey game, advantage Syracuse. Rodriguez to Donor around the horn. Guelph shooting! Puck caught a dead piece of the boards behind the net. It didn't ricochet forward with the velocity it usually does. So an unlucky bounce for the Blue Hens, and a Max Gargarevich clear, setting up Solt. Solt shooting, Snellenberg squared up for the save. 30 remaining on this power play. 3:35 to go for the Blue Hens, who are scrambling in desperation mode. The quality chances have given way in the waning moments of this game. Final 8 seconds on the power play. Panapresso to DeBolt. Back to Panapresso this comes. And the Duffy penalty is a thing of the past. Straubinger's shot deflected up into the netting and out. With 3:04 to go. Friends, will do it all again tomorrow. Game time 5:30 p.m. Eastern, 2:30 Pacific, here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Cat Henready will be back with us, and a host of Blue Hen alumni will join us through the course of the evening as part of UD Hockey's annual Alumni Weekend here at Fred Rust Arena, and we certainly hope that you can join us as well from wherever you may be. Inside the antepenultimate minute of this game, Tracy stood up in his own zone. Duffy played the body on him. Straubinger to Lowe, who tips the puck beyond the reach of Rugg in the neutral zone. Duffy recovers. This is cleared off the far boards by Cato, recovered by Panapresso at his own stripe. 2.5 remaining. Burke to Lowe, up the right side, lost his footing mid-zone. Loose puck corralled and lofted up ice by Hutchinson into the path of Cook, but the breakout pass evades him and is turned back by Donor from inside his line. Hutchinson gloves it down at his own stripe and launches it back in off the boards behind Snellenberg. 2:05 remaining. Hens trying to get something, anything going, but they've not had the answers, quite simply, for Chris Spano, who has stood tall for 41 Syracuse saves. No question about it, first star of the game.
No question.
Has to be.
I mean, 41 saves. Those are unreal numbers. Those are unreal numbers.
8 of them, 9 of them maybe, have been on A-grade chances, which is
I guarantee without a doubt,
unbelievable.
If Chris Spano was not in goal tonight, it could have been a very different game for Syracuse and most definitely a very different game for the Blue Hens.
Seeing shades of Olaf Kolzig in the Syracuse net tonight. As this game trudges into the final 100 seconds. Delaware net is empty. Extra attacker is on. Straubinger, Guelph, Mahoney, Panapresso, Diaz, Rodriguez are the 6 Delaware attackers. Middlemeyer pulling out all the stops. Straubinger, long shot, sticked away by Spano. Final 70. Panapresso tries to throw one on net. Hanging close to home was Chesner for the block. We've made it to the final minute of play. Straubinger back to his own line, recovers. Panapresso centers to Guelph. Drop past Diaz at the half wall. Drop back to Panapresso. He fans on it at the point. Mahoney recovers. He's got a stick handle to wait for Diaz to tag up. In come the Hens again. Walking in was Guelph. Stonewalled net front by Gargarevich. Final 30. Burke opens fire from distance. That's in! 21 seconds to go. And Brady Burke finds the back of the Syracuse net to make this a one-goal game. But is it too little too late? Here it is again on the 4-1-2 instant replay. Was it tipped in is the question. We will find out from downstairs. It was a Rodriguez tip. Good for his 22nd of the season. Delaware goal, 22nd of the season. Scored by number 22, Ryan Rodriguez. Wow! The early bird gets the game-tying goal. Boom! Just like that. Seven seconds. 2 goals. We're all even up at 3. Delaware's second goal scored by 22, Ryan Rodriguez, his 22nd of the season. Assisted by number 24, Brady Burke, and number 37, Cody Diaz. Time of the goal, 1938. In the third period, Rodriguez's 22nd from Burke and Diaz at 1938. Delaware's third goal scored by number 8, Trevor Early. His fourth of the season, time of the goal 19:45 of the third period. Early with his fourth at 19:45. At the end of regulation, the score, Delaware Blue Hens 3, Syracuse Orange 3. Third period shots on goal, Syracuse 3 for a regulation total of 15, Delaware 17 for a regulation total of 45. There will now be a 5-minute 3-on-3 sudden victory overtime. Teams change ends for the overtime period. Wow, Kat.
I wish you could have seen my face because I genuinely jaw-dropped for a solid minute and a half. I feel like I've whiplashed. My head whipped around so fast. Oh my gosh, what a comeback. What a comeback. Let's see if the Blue Hens can pull out a win here in these last 5 minutes of 3-on-3 in overtime.
Here's Guelph storming the crease, and he does it! Justin Guelph, 8 seconds into overtime, beats Chris Spano to give the Delaware Blue Hens a 4-3 come-from-behind win. One will never forget. Oh my goodness.
That was absolutely ridiculous. 8 seconds into overtime. I have no words. I really am at a loss for words right now. First the comeback, and like a 10-second turnaround, and then 8 seconds into overtime. Blue Hens come out with the win.
3 goals in 30 seconds. Delaware goal, his 12th of the season, scored by number 21, Justin Guelph. Assisted by number 22, Ryan Rodriguez. Time of the overtime game-winning goal, 8 seconds. Guelph's 12th from Rodriguez at 8 seconds. The final score, Delaware Blue Hens 4, Syracuse Orange 3. Fans, it is time for the Sid's 3 stars of the game. Tonight's 3rd star, with 42 saves for the Syracuse Orange, number 31, Chris Spano. The number 2 star with a goal and an assist for Delaware, number 22, Ryan Rodriguez. And the number 1 star of the game with the overtime game-winning goal, number 21, Justin Guelph. A thrilling come-from-behind 4-3 win after what looked like was a sure defeat thanks to Chris Spano's stellar goaltending, but a breakdown in the last 30 seconds of gameplay, giving the Delaware Blue Hens a 4-3 nail-biter of a win from Fred Rust Arena. The best part, Kat, we get to do it all again tomorrow, game time, 5:30 Eastern. Kat, thanks for joining us here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Looking forward to tomorrow's rematch.
Thank you. Looking forward to tomorrow, too.
So Ryan Rodriguez, Trevor Early, and Justin Guelph back-to-back-to-back in the last 30, sealing victory for the Delaware Blue Hens. We'll do it all again tomorrow at 5:30 Eastern. For Broadway Joe, for MJR, for Eli, for Kat, for the entire 412 team, James Witherite saying thanks for your company tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow right here on the Delaware Hockey Network. One last time, the final, Delaware 4, Syracuse 3.